What's the difference between people that scale their company incredibly fast and those who do it really fucking slowly? I'll tell you what it is. It's their niche. It's their micro market positioning. And if you get it right, my friend, you'll be able to scale your business so much fucking quicker. What if there was a niche that could scale your agency to $30,000 a month incredibly fast in 28 days? And I literally mean that. I'm going to tell you a story about myself, which I rarely speak about. And I started my first SMMA 8.5 years ago, 9 years ago, something like that. No money, no mentor, no network whatsoever. I was genuinely a fucking child, right? I did cold calls, cold emails, cold SMS, cold DMs. I did everything. I did content, you name it. I even have another YouTube channel I've never spoken about, which has over 4,000 subscribers, where I acquired some of my first few clients from as well. Like, I have a huge backstory. But here's the thing. You can run 50 miles on a fucking hamster wheel and still be exactly where you started. And for a lot of people watching this video, you're in the same position. The whole term hamster wheel, it just describes the exact situation you're doing. You're trying, you're inventing your offer, you're building more systems, you're making your sales process better, but yet nothing works. Why? It could be your niche or market positioning, and we need to solve that in today's video. Because no matter what, it doesn't matter. You need to be positioned in the right place at the right time. I tried every single one of the core 4 channels that everyone watching probably has before. Cold calls, cold emails, cold DMs, cold SMS, all that. Because you can keep pouring water into a fucking leaky bucket and get nothing out on the other side. I might have signed 5 clients, but lost 5 clients. I ended up at a net zero for a long fucking time. I really did. And then I tried something completely stupid, okay? I've been telling my clients to run ads, that I'm going to run their ads for them, do meta ads, and I've never actually done it for my own business, right? I was a cobbler with no fucking shoes. So after, let's say, probably a good year of the back and forth bullshit, trying to figure it out, I actually changed everything in my business overnight by making this one decision. And within 30 days of making that one decision, I hit my first $30,000 in profit. And I remember it because it took me 4 weeks to hit 30K, a whole year of doing jack shit. And then after that, a whole month, and I just banged like that 30K. And at the time, I couldn't believe it. And you want the real truth here as well. Like, that was a great month. The month after was 8K. Then it was 1K for a long fucking time until I really figured things out. So it took me time. Don't fucking look at me and think that it took, it was instantaneous. I hit that probably 7 years ago, 8 years ago. 30K my first 30 days. And it was all through this one system, all right? And the lesson is this. It's not just ads that saves your fucking business. Because I used ads at that point. I put some money in ads. It wasn't that. It really wasn't. Because I had ran ads before, and I'm going to show you my actual ads in this video. I'm going to actually expose my previous ads. You'll see how young I am in the video. You'll see my stages of progression. It was something else that I completely missed. And let's actually go ahead and get into that, okay? It was the niche. Because paid ads allow me to get through the ceiling. But picking a sharp niche is what enabled me to stay there. If I had picked the right niche on day one, I would have hit 30K in month 1. Not yet. Well, maybe not, but I would have hit it quicker. Let's put it that way. And the metaphor I want to put here is sunlight on your skin warms you. The same sunlight through a magnifying glass burns the paper. It's the same amount of energy coming from the sun. You've magnified it onto a pinpoint to achieve the same hot result, right? It's the same budget, the same offer, but a focused fire, and that's what actually helps you scale, and this is what I did. I was in construction, contracting, believe it or not, actually in the UK market of all places. I remember after school, I would walk into bathroom companies and pitch them, and I would do £350, which if you're from America is about $500. I'd do a $500 free trial, and they put $500 in ads. And every single one of them would like pay and then never show up to the onboarding call. And it really upset me. Like, I was pissed about it. And I went through cold calls. I did everything. I'll try and dig out old videos of me cold calling, but I did every single one of those things. And because I was in this broad niche of construction trying to run ads, I never got any results. So then I went to outdoor contractors, which is, I guess it's a level tighter. And then where I really took off was within the excavation niche, okay? I'm not in that niche now, by the way, and personally I don't really recommend going into it because the reason I left the niche is because it had such a ceiling. I hit the ceiling so hard because there's barely anyone in it. But that was the niche I went into. The point of this example is to show you broad, tighter, and then micro. So you've got a market, a sub-niche. So you've got a niche, a sub-niche, and a micro-niche. When I went into a micro-niche without even realizing, that's when it really fucking changed for me and I absolutely took off. It's the same offer, the same budget, but 37 times cheaper leads. And this is why the CPL completely collapses when you go micro. It's simple. Because you advertise to a specific person. The same voice, different room, right? One gets ignored, one gets actually fucking heard. If you're shouting in a stadium, is anyone going to hear you? If you're shouting in a small room, are they going to hear you? Yeah, absolutely they will. And that's how micro-niching works. It genuinely is. That metaphor alone helps the viewer fully understand that your positioning is what allows you to genuinely succeed. Specificity is the loudest volume on earth. Money flows where attention goes. Now, the tighter you get, the richer you get, all right? If you start in a micro niche, like I did at 30K, and then you can't retain them or you hit the ceiling of the micro niche, right? Your graph will look like this, and that's what it looked like for me. I decreased in revenue, and I had to figure out, right, why has that happened? Oh, it's because my service delivery shit, yada, yada. Like, there's a whole story behind all this, but the point is this. The smaller your micro niche, not necessarily the smaller, but the more specific your micro niche is, the better that dollar's going to be spent in front of people. And the journey's like this. Let's look at some ads, right? I'm going to play this first one. I tested shit like HVAC. You'll see how young I am in this.
Do you want to know why you're wasting money on marketing that doesn't work? It's simple. You're targeting people interested in your service, but they're price shoppers, time wasters, or they simply don't have the budget. That's why we use AI to predict and target homeowners that need HVAC services before they even start searching. Our proven system drives high-quality leads to your business.
Sorry, it's Loom, so it's a bit smaller.
Even though they exist. With our 10x ROI guarantee, you'll see results like these in the next 28 days, where you don't pay a single dollar. If you want to know how we can do the same for your business, click the button below to learn.
You see how young I am? Like, I was just trying shit. I was just trying, and I think I made some money from that, but not a lot. And then I actually realized, okay, I need to do something else. So I went into trees, I think it was. You could see the ads were like a lot better this time. Trees, I did excavation, I did site prep, I did junk removal, I did no, I didn't do septic tank, but I did similar stuff to that.
Tree service business owners, how much money have you wasted this month on?
It's a bit fucking laggy, isn't it?
Picked up. We book you 20 to 30 high-paying tree jobs every month, guaranteed, or we work completely free of charge. No time wasters, no price shoppers, no shared leads, just serious customers booked straight into your calendar. Here's how we do it.
Now these are good
ads.
ads.
Only targets people who are actively looking to get a job done. No tire kickers, no price shoppers. It follows up instantly, filters out the time wasters, and books jobs directly onto your calendar. No chasing leads, no cutting prices, no wasting time. You just wake up, check your calendar, and head to the job. We handle the rest. We only partner with one tree service per area. Once it's taken, it's gone. Click Learn More now to claim your territory and get your first job booked in the next 72 hours, or we'll
Let's look at this one.
Service businesses fully booked while you struggle to find
fucking laggy.
jobs. The fix is simple.
Oh, damn.
Here's the deal. We're bringing tree service businesses just like yours exactly what you need. 100 qualified exclusive leads just for your business. These aren't just price shoppers, no. Our AI system only targets people who are ready to buy. One of our recent clients
That's
actually
pretty good.
added $300K in new business. And another one of our clients now gets leads at only $8. He was flooded with quality leads in literally weeks. Now we're looking to partner with 5 tree service businesses to give them the exact same results. If that's you, click the link below.
I actually busted my balls to make that video. I remember that one. I actually made it myself. The other one I paid an editor to do. But the point is, none of that worked either. And then things like deck builders, right? These are actual niches. These are genuine niches that are good quality. Deck builders, concrete contractors, and then you can micro-niche in concrete contractors to smooth concrete driveways, to patio builders, decks. You could do like pool decks and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, the point is, I micro niche down into real niches. Like, tree service and excavation was horseshit. Like, genuinely horseshit. Did it make me money really fast? Yeah, of course it did, because it was a micro niche. However, it's just not a good niche. The point of this is me to tell you that a micro niche is an absolute gem if you pick the right one. So here's an example of the decks.
Deck contractors. I don't work with every deck contractor there is, and I'll tell you the reason why. I work with one person per area because I'm not a dead. All these other marketing companies, these evil who take the money from you every single month.
I'm straight up swearing at this. This is hilarious.
If you churn and you don't like their service, they don't care. They took you $2,000 or $3,000. They don't care. Wake up to the reality that these marketing agencies are ripping you off, and they will keep doing it this whole time for years. Your retirement fund, is it building? Do you have a retirement plan? It's never going to happen. You will always be on your knees building decks for the rest of your life, never building a crew, never building anything that you can rely on. Do you know why? It's because these marketing companies rip you out of thousands of dollars. All right? If we put 10 homeowners in front of 10 contractors, all chasing the same job, none of them win. And that's what they're doing to you right now. They're sharing all these leads, sharing all these appointments, and you get nowhere. The homeowner gets quoted to death, the contractors get fed up, and guess what? We look bad. I don't fucking do that. No way. So what we do is we work with one guy per area, and we only charge you when you're sitting in front of a homeowner. You heard me. Only when you sit in front of a homeowner. If you don't talk to them, you do not pay us a single thing.
There you go. So you can see, boys, like, it's the same
this page
system,
and
the
one
same... Well, the fuck, it played the last bit of it. It's the same system, the same setup, right? It's me. It's still me yapping some shit, but it's just in different positioning, different markets. Now, the problem with things like HVAC is it's so high competition. The problem with things like tree service is the quality of the business owner is terrible. The problem with excavation is the quality of the business owner is terrible. The TAM is tiny. The thing with deck builders is it's good because it's a broad TAM. And of course, the quality is also pretty decent too. The thing with concrete contractors, driveway contractors, window installation companies, all of this, and I'm about to expose a huge list of things that you probably never thought about before. It's going to just bring your CPL down and work like a fucking magic charm. And that's what it felt like to me. Like when I ran the ads in a micro niche for the first time, when I was younger, I was like, holy shit, this worked. I did 30K just like that. I couldn't sustain it because I didn't have the systems and infrastructure I have now, but I learned that later. Like that was the first problem is cracking acquisition. Now let's talk a little bit more about the formula itself. How do you find yourself in a 30K niche without burning 8 years of time? It's very simple. What actually do we define as a 30K a month niche? Well, it has 4 filters. Urgent pain, they need it today, not next quarter. Quiet auction, no agency is necessarily competing for these clicks. If you can name more than 5 agencies serving the niche by Tuesday, it's too crowded. You want a niche where nobody else is running ads or few people are. For example, in my niche at the moment, there's only 2 other competitors that I know about in one of my micro niches, and I'm happy about it. All right. In my other niches, there's so many competitors, and sometimes that's good too, because all you need to do is build your business, acquire your competition, then you acquire more market share, and you can scale and exit and shit like that. But anyway, it needs to be high ticket as well. One job needs to be worth 5K minimum. Repeat buyers, they'll come back and tell a friend. That's the whole thing you need, boys. I think this actually saved my business when I was younger, right? So when I first launched the company, the biggest source of revenue for me after I nailed delivery was actually referrals, not even ads. Like I distinctly remember, oh, there's a plane flying by. I distinctly remember there was like probably 2 months straight where I was like negative on ads for a long time. I was still trying to figure it out, right? And back then I was not loaded either, so it was like I was a little bit worried. And then I just spoke to my clients every day and genuinely like made some really good connections. I would happily say that some of my first clients, they still work with me. They're just awesome. They're actually my mates. I straight up like them. Like I've had some of my clients for so many years that they are like literally watching my YouTube. They are rooting for me. They're the nicest guys I fucking know. Shout out Michael if you're watching. Absolute fucking legend. There are like so many guys that I've known for a long time that are just really good quality clients, and they brought me so many referrals. Like, and do you know what's weird is some of them genuinely bring me 1 or 2 referrals per week now, which is really nice. They'll say, it'll be like, oh, my mom's friend is running this business, could you help him? Or this or that. Like they talk about it, because when a family member or a friend sees another business owner succeeding and making money, they go, oh shit, you know what, this is working. And this all came down from picking the right niche. If you pick the wrong niche where that networking and repeat buyer situation isn't in play, it won't work, right? And the metaphor I want to give you when it comes to the size, right? Too big, you starve. Too small, you starve, right? Very, very simple. You need it just right so that you can eat forever. Call it the Goldilocks zone. If you eat too little, if you eat too much, it don't work. If you eat just right, like the Goldilocks story, life will be fucking breezy, boys, all right? So don't go too far to the left where you go to general contractors. Don't go too far to the right where you go to concrete driveway contractors who have flat shoes and a fancy forehead. Like that, what even is that? It's too fucking weird. It's really micro niche. A magnet doesn't ask, it just pulls you in the right direction, doesn't it? So a specific offer will pull you to a specific buyer. And better yet, if you want a specific buyer, ask yourself, does my offer attract said specific buyer? The right niche is just going to drag you in the right direction. It's going to pull your agency to where it needs to be, especially if you're struggling. And restaurants with 200 dishes serve mediocre dogshit food when they specialize in 3. If you ever been to a luxury restaurant, those of you that have know that the menu is genuinely tiny. Why? Because they specialize. Right now, because I've left it to the end of the video, deliberately, I wanted as little people as possible to see this. As little people. And I really do not want you to share this with a lot of people, please. But I'm going to list off a few micro niches, and I'm also going to rank them here on the spot. Let's get started. Now, 12 micro niches. Do I like them? Do I not? Deck builders, I like them. I'm going to call that A tier. Tree service, it's okay, but it's going to be D tier for me because it just doesn't, it's not sustainable. Water damage, I'm going to put that at B tier because it's hard to deliver in, but it's really good if you crack it. Emergency locksmiths, I'm going to put that A tier if you're good at Google Ads. Metal roofing, I'm going to go ahead and put that in probably D tier as well. Bathroom remodelers, going to put that in C tier. Emergency electrical contractors, I'm probably going to put that again in A tier if you are good at Google Ads once again. A commercial pest control, I will probably put that in A tier as well with Meta ads. Meta and Google's quite good for that. Foundation repair, it's going to have to be a C tier for me because it's so hard to deliver and the demand is quite low also. With low demand, hard delivery, like, is it really sustainable? I mean, yeah, it is, but it's just not. It's going to be a lot of work. Mobile auto detailing. Mobile auto detailing I like over actual detailers because they can do more work in a day, but it's kind of low ticket, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in D tier. Kitchen cabinet refacing, that's an A tier. Land clearing, that's probably going to be D tier as well because it's easy to sign clients but very hard to scale that company. And here's the maths to 30K, right? If you put $40 a day in ad spend and your CPL in a micro niche is, I mean, to be fair, it's going to be more than that, right? You're probably looking at least a $5 to $10 CPL if you use my low budget meta ads retargeting strategy. But it's still going to be a disgustingly low what do you call it? It says 4% close for some reason. Like, what the fuck? If you're closing 4%, you need to have a question with yourself. But the point is this, like, your CAC should be around about $100 to $200 in a micro niche, which is genuinely cheaper than running most outreach. And the 30-day execution plan, to leave the view with this, is you need to pick a niche, build it, optimize it, and scale it as quickly as possible. And what you need to do right now is pick which option do you want. Do you want to build all of this yourself? Do you want to guess the micro niches? Or do you want me to give you a list of 100 micro niches that you can pick? Because that's exactly what I do for my guys inside of the group. I'll leave you with that thought, gents. I've enjoyed the video today, and I will see you soon. Take care.